What up, Posse? Going right into part 2. Let's finish off just where we start. Let's finish
this is
off.
how epic the swap was. It takes 2 parts.
This much stuff, and
the one we missed.
Yeah, the one that you and I both missed, you made up for in tenfold.
Well, actually, no. Actually, if it was us,
surprise,
yeah,
he busts out all the stuff that he bought.
Right?
With the swap.
When you say that you missed, when we say that you missed out on a great swap, this is living proof. We're talking about wheeling and dealing.
Yep.
This, my friend, this.
You were in Omaha.
I know. But also, wait, if we were there, this would
party
be a 4-part.
capital of the world.
Wait, this would be a 4-part
Right?
episode.
Look at me.
If it was us, if we had made
I'm in Omaha.
So, let's just run through some of the stuff that you got. Quick.
Do it.
This
I'm
is
just gonna.
awesome.
I'm not gonna do it in any order. I'm just gonna do it as I grab it.
Gotcha.
Like this was part of a 4-pack. Marvel Teen Avengers, or what is it? Young Avengers. So you could only get this if you bought the 4-pack. So you scored an exclusive 4-pack.
Well, I mean, the Toy Biz era, they weren't releasing singles after
Kinda looks
they
like
released
Union Jack in a
multi-packs,
way.
you know?
So basically, this kid, he is the grandson of the first Captain America, who was a black Captain America.
That's Isaiah Bradley's kid?
Yes, his grandson.
Thanks! Oh,
Yes,
I just got excited.
Go.
That's his and you know what? They just announced that they're gonna have Isaiah Bradley on the Winter
Falcon
Soldier.
and-
Oh,
nice. Okay.
Just in
Yep. So
time.
that's like a real good score for that one.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Well, especially he's going to be a new hyped character, you know?
Obviously, I could definitely see them even bringing in.
But they already
Marvel.
have
They
Captain
could-
Marvel.
they could still
they
bring him
obliterated
in.
that part of her getting the powers
I
from
know,
him.
but they could still bring it in.
All
They
right.
could bring
Are they gonna exit him just as sadly as they did with the comics? Like, geez, that was like
that would be painful.
They could.
that was just
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm
They
gonna
could.
I'm gonna stab you in the heart.
If they
and then
did it
just
as a prequel before Carol, that'd
yeah,
be cool.
but that movie, people would just be like, "Who's cutting onions? Stop!"
That was
There
Okay,
we
I
go.
like that.
Underrated.
Look at that sculpt.
Oh
like,
my god.
like the writing was just not good with the casting. I thought was good for the X-Men movies, just like with the Spider-Man movies, but it was just not executed.
I will say this:
Alfred
X2
Molina as Doc Ock was just as good as what's his face as Magneto.
X2 was gold though.
He
X2
did.
was gold.
He
The
did an
character they
amazing
introduced was
job
gold,
to
but-
me as Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
Like the scene where he went like after the president.
Yeah,
That was
mind blowing.
yes.
And
That was some really good cinematography. I mean,
and then Senator Kelly, a little throwback to the '90s cartoon.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. So
Which I
that
got
was
Chad
cool. That's a cool
yeah.
figure of him. Even though those movies were, you're either a fan or
They're,
you're not.
they're hit or miss, and I
Yeah.
like they bought the religious factor in.
Yeah, I
in
like that
in
too.
that
They
version.
And that's
kept
why he
the-
has the
they kept
scars
that
and
character
stuff.
Yeah.
True to
Those
the,
tattoos were sick. Like when
Yeah.
you really look at them back
Like
then,
that
you're
was the
like,
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
I was
cool.
like, finally, Nightcrawler's in a movie.
exactly.
I mean,
They didn't disappoint when they
They
used
should have had him have a sword
the
though. as a
effects.
little, like,
When they had the
Easter egg.
brimstone effects, they did not disappoint on that at all.
Not at
I
all.
I
was
said the
hoping
same thing
they were
about
gonna.
Spawn.
I was hoping they were going to touch
Yeah.
on the fact that about Mystique, but they never even came close to that.
She didn't even look at him a certain way.
No.
I thought they were
No.
gonna
You
at
think
least
so?
look at each other.
no,
I don't think so.
No,
Rebecca.
I
Romaine.
think it's just the fact that Rebecca Romaine Stamos is just so young.
Not
and pretty. She's
Stamos
like, I'm
anymore,
not doing
though.
that. I'm not going to be somebody's mommy.
yeah.
Hey, she could
Probably.
be. She could be my.
You know what I
sugar
mean?
mama.
I
Probably.
could just see an actress or an actor.
And then
saying
they like
that.
retconned it to Jennifer Lawrence, so there's no way that would have worked.
But they kind of made it seem like they had some moments on screen.
Is that
for
the
a
Toy Biz
Nightcrawler.
Shatterstar,
You know, no.
or is that one of
It's
the
a
image
Hasbro.
guys? Oh, okay.
That's one of my pre-sales.
Is
my
that the one
pre-swap
that just?
sales.
It was that the Legend that came out like 4 years ago.
This was in the Juggernaut wave, I believe.
Okay.
Obviously, it came with his double-bladed sword.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's
did not
got
bring
that.
this. Oh, there we go. Like
the
that.
Oh, you
sword
got it.
there.
Nice.
And I mean, this is a solid figure. You know, I like that.
And
got his little
with the new
ponytail.
GI Joes coming out, you can have him fighting Snake Eyes.
Right?
Mm.
Or shit. Or, yeah.
I'll arrange that, man. I'll arrange that for you.
Now, this is... I wasn't a huge fan of Toy Biz when they first started out because they were putting out stuff like this. I mean, it's cool. It's the Beast. It's Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, but we wanted the Beast that we got in this last year.
Yes, you know how
2017.
long
That's-
we've wanted that Beast for.
And then they're gonna make the Gray Beast, like the original Beast. I think that was a rumor.
Yes, I heard that.
It might be in Toy Fair this weekend, hopefully.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
I like the Beast that was in X Factor, who had he was human, but he had that blue flat top.
Yeah.
Remember that? He still had that monkey look to him.
Cool guy.
Yeah, but he had that blue flat
So he kind of
top.
looked like his original X-Men version.
Right.
But he had a flat top.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It was like the first 3 episodes, or the first 3 comics of X Factor.
I want an X-Force 4-pack. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first, everybody. Ooh.
Hey,
is that Evolution Magneto?
No, I don't
or
think
is
so.
that Age of Apocalypse?
Purple Hands.
This is probably from the Jubilee Build-A-Figure.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking.
I got him and Shatterstar, 2 for $15.
Oh my goodness, what a deal!
Nice.
All right, we gotta call the cops. This you guys robbing people.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of robbing, Paul happened to get to buy a bin on the pre-swap side.
I need that Hulk.
Man, and Paul, being the great guy he is, he said, go ahead and check some stuff out, see what you can do. And, man, a lot of this, he made this happen.
So you basically have about 30% of Paul's
Totes or whatever.
heroic games.
Yeah,
and goods.
Dude, I wanted that Green Hulk.
Let me see that.
The Toy Biz first appearance.
Yeah. I still have to catch up and get that because it matches my gray one.
Yeah, I sold my gray one because I'm like, I need the green to fight the thing. Like the gray one, but the green is
that gray one I got on Marketplace for astoundingly great.
I bought it from Mark.
That
you could customize this head.
So bad.
That's a good. That could be customized though too. Put that head
cool.
on the new one. That would look.
I mean,
and maybe give it more repaint. You know.
You even got the what is it, the commish?
Oh yeah, the commish baby. That was the best. That was the best Marvel casting ever. Was when Michael Chiklis was cast as Ben Grimm because I love Ben Grimm and you can't hate the commish.
That was back when the fans actually had a say in who they casted.
Oh yeah.
But his chemistry with Chris Evans was great. Like it was Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm.
Definitely.
Like,
Totally.
like Johnny,
even though those movies were awful.
Yeah, but the casting was not top notch. The writing.
Yes, they had great people in the roles.
Julian McMahon
bad.
was a great Doctor Doom.
Oh, he was. That was
he was like he's a
they just didn't give him enough meat
guy.
of a story.
Exactly.
Well, then they brought back then they rebooted it with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I was hoping you didn't bring that up.
I know, and I'm sorry, but
he redeemed himself with Killmonger.
Michael B. Jordan is probably one of the worst actors I've ever seen. And that's how I felt. I
He
still
was
feel that
sweet
way.
at Killmonger.
I still feel that way. And then I saw Apollo or Creed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, the dude's got some skills because I did not like him at all in Black Panther.
Nice.
I thought he was very weak in Black Panther. Too much effort in Black Panther.
Look how much articulation.
Well, come on, his dad was
MCU villain in Black Panther. You're never gonna.
I know, but
name
it just
one MCU villain you walked away
articulation.
and was like, I really liked his performance.
Yeah.
Name one. Besides Hugo Weaving. Don't go for the low fruit. Name one.
I can't because you put me on the spot.
Yeah. Bang bang. Let's get back to these figures.
Hey, Cactus Jack over here.
Sabretooth? I don't know.
Yo, he was a wrestler. He was a former professional wrestler. The guy.
Maybe this guy?
Exactly. That.
There we go.
Can
That
you show
Doom.
that
Put
off?
that Doom up there.
These are nice.
Fantastic.
Only at the swap.
The famous covers.
Oh,
$1.
What?
$1.
What?
$1. Posse Love. $1.
Where did you get that from? Who? Are you allowed to say who you stole that from?
I forgot. I deal with him all the time. I think it's Bob Pavlenko.
Oh, I have a deal with him for next
Yeah,
month.
Bob is really good. Bob has his bin,
$1.
right? He has his good stuff, and then he has his bin, which is also really good stuff.
It's just not MOC or like not all the pieces. Are there.
Yeah.
But it's still good stuff.
And I saw that, and as usual, Bob will help you dig out the accessories to it. He was like, the cape is in there. Let's find it. Bob, and thank you, Bob.
I bought a lot of stuff from him. Bob's a good dealer. If you ever do a deal with him, he'll do you right.
Shout out to all the shouts out to Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Bob
Mankato.
helped me build my first
I think
posse.
Bob's from Mankato.
Pavlok or
Pavlenko?
Yeah. Something like that?
He's from Mankato.
We're not going to beat up on your name there,
Just call
Bob.
him USSR. Rob. There we go.
Bob spells his name backwards.
Oh no, I gotta go.
I
Cable.
got another pre-swap
A
buy.
rugged
Cable.
cable.
Had to get it. Had to.
Oh, I'm cable.
That's not a bad cable.
You're getting
That's
some.
cool. You got some
These are some
fine.
You're
quality
getting some
figures.
decent legends. I mean, then you get. I kind of saved. Well, I'll save these. I'll bring them both up because I feel like these two were the best out of the whole deal, and that's why I didn't bring them up. You know.
You said no in particular order. You lied. So.
Okay,
I did lie.
where's the Wolverine from?
The Wolverine is from Paul from Heroic Games
But
and
it's
Goods.
a toy. It's an old toy.
He
bin.
actually
That's what
gave
I
me
meant.
a
It's Toy
really,
Biz?
really good deal on that.
Really?
That was in a group of 4 figures that he sold to me for $2.
Yeah, and also when you go and like sell stuff, don't
Posse
fool like if you go and sell stuff there, just do store credit. Like you're gonna buy stuff there anyway. I do it all the time.
Listen, I was gonna use my store credit anyway.
Yeah, right.
And then I end up going back and trading him a Marvel Legend, and he was like, "Have at it." I'm like, "My man."
This is a Toy Biz, like the first Wolverine they released.
I noticed that.
And I really wanted
Because,
that figure, so
Yeah.
One year I was working Christmas Eve, and I'd been looking for, like, I had one of these, but they had an unmasked one, and they were going for like $400. And I went to the Kmart.
This was Christmas Eve.
On Lake
Christmas
Street?
Eve, I was working at the liquor store because I worked at a liquor store, so I got off.
I feel like Snoopy should be whistling in the background right now or something.
So I walk into this Kmart and I'm
Shredder's
like,
playing the
I was
piano.
like, they got some legends in here, and sure enough, it was the unmasked one of this figure, and I was like, it felt like I won the lottery.
What
'cause I was
Mark
like,
doesn't tell you is he chop blocked an old grandma trying to buy it for
like
her
a stanza.
granddaughter.
Get out the way.
I mean, this thing was so rare. Like, dude, there maybe was probably like 100 or 200 of them ever even found, and this was before Facebook or anything. It was all about like you could go online and look up
Again,
toys
no
and
witnesses,
stuff,
no social
yeah.
media. I think
Yeah.
he chop blocked that old lady.
But yeah, that's why I really dig this, because it
I
took me back to
encouraged
that
you. I
moment
was
where it's like,
You're right.
like, what a
World star.
bunch of articulation, and then this black Spidey's just nice,
yeah.
because it's Spidey.
Oh, Symbiote Spidey. I mean, everyone loves
Yeah.
Symbiote Spidey.
That's like early Secret Wars
I
Spidey.
traded a Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh, okay.
For
But
Okay.
he can
That's a
find him
good
at
trade.
Walgreens, so that's a good deal.
So I mean, you can get
I
a
don't know
lot
why I
of
pointed like that.
you
but
can get a lot of traction just by like trading stuff. You know what I
people-
mean?
I was
People always do a
noticing
search
your
of-
Spider Woman over there. That is a very cool vintage-esque Spider Woman.
$2, my friend.
$2 for that Spider
$2,
Woman.
please show that.
She's making a comeback. They just thought she's got a new comic.
Her first her first issue, like back in the 70s issue, is going up. Like it's like if you see it for like under, like if you see it between 10 and 15, pick it up because it's going to go for. Like,
I'll give you
$50
$1.
or something.
Tell me Spider Woman's name.
It goes for like, if it's graded like over 100.
I know that she was a photographer.
It's It's woman dot spider
No.
in your face.
Spider Woman's the original Spider Woman's name is It's not. Is it Jessica Jones? Is Jessica Jones?
Nope. Jessica.
Parker.
Nope.
No, not a Parker. Jessica. Jessica.
Pavlovich?
Give me a second here. I'm really close to it. It's Jessica
Patterson.
Her name was Karen.
What was it?
She's the manager.
Jessica Drew.
Jessica Drew. Yeah.
Oh, it had to
Yeah,
rhyme.
Jessica
I mean,
Drew.
it's
That was most of her things. Man, I need to speak to the manager. I'm
gotta
Spider-Man.
rhyme.
Can I?
Oh yeah.
Can you please show that? That is a custom Lorna Dane, aka Polaris.
Yeah, look, she's got the green
And
hair.
I got that from Mark Hall. He gifted that to
That's
me.
a
Thank you so
custom, huh?
much.
So it's the new head on the old body, or is it an old head on?
It was
Someone
from
painted
what
the
he
hair.
told me. It was originally a Kitty Pryde.
Oh,
and they
okay.
dyed it green.
Nice. It works.
It works.
They look the same. I
It-
mean, it's not.
It's a very stoic version,
And
of
it's a
Polaris,
the classic X-Men, like
which
80s,
I really like.
See how
80s,
green
early
the hair
90s.
is?
suits.
Yeah.
And I got her at the same time that I got Magneto, so it
It
seemed
worked.
very appropriate.
I mean, they were putting out solid figures 20 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's decent.
I mean, so Hasbro, obviously, I feel like I've jumped the shark and said this before.
Yeah, but you like sharks.
All about Hasbro now. They've surpassed Toy Biz for the most part. But things like this here are like, oh, that's a throwback to how great Toy Biz was doing 20 years ago.
But the problem
You
with
know.
20
Wow,
years
20
ago,
years ago,
but the
wow.
problem with 20 year ago Toy Biz is that there was 20,000 of them made, for every person. They were saturated, horribly saturated.
That
Are you trying to shoot lasers at me? Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to do?
I got to put the batteries in that.
Mark
I
C.
should, I
Camp.
should have loaded up with the batteries, but yeah,
Holtz!
I really wanted that. It's cheesy, but it's
Yeah,
unique.
no, I love that.
It reminds me of
that
your,
animated look is cool.
Your Iron Man. I dig things like
Yeah,
this.
I do.
You know,
I
they
do.
make
And
noise and
X-Men,
light up.
X-Men Evolution, very underrated
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yes.
That cartoon
Man,
was
one of the
great.
best cartoons
Yeah.
ever.
And it had the voice of Wolverine from the other 90s X-Men. too.
Let's
And the
talk
guy who
about
played
this.
They kept
Magneto.
that same voice.
Yeah, but the guy who played Magneto was he's always like in the movies as like the general or the weird dad, like the bad guy. Like I can't remember his name. He's a very distinctive voice. If you go back and watch it, you're like, I know that guy from whatever movie.
My Sentinel, my custom Sentinel. I paid $1 for that, my friend.
What is it?
You
What is
got
it from?
robbed.
It's a
You know
Titan
what? You
Hero.
say I got robbed.
Sorry.
I say it's well worth it.
No, it's worth it. It's a
Custom
Titan
sensor.
Hero.
Okay. It's just it's just Iron Man in really bad
I'm
shape.
guessing
You
that
know
it wasn't.
what?
It wasn't. It
Either
was,
way it goes,
it was
I'm
Iron
happy
Man.
for it.
I am happy. I'm happy that you're happy.
Thank you.
Beauty is in the eye of the buyer.
That's right.
True.
Thank you.
It's decent.
It's
I
very
like it.
decent, very
You know.
decent.
You like
You
anything
guys are
Sentinel
so
though?
sweet.
You had to at least love the effort.
Oh, I give it an A for that. Absolutely. What is that?
Random Transformer.
Oh, cool.
Got him, and I got him in a lot for out of a bin, 4 figures for $2.
What is that?
I have no idea. I just like these kind of.
What does it turn into? A jet?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a jet.
Is it some sort of a dino bot?
He's kind of psycho. He has
he's
one
got-
eye that's kind of crazy. It's weird, man.
If anybody knows what this is,
Let
tell
us
us.
Tell us, because
Comment.
I just like the way
Comment
that he
on
looked.
the video.
Yeah. Let me see that. That's kind of cool.
And then, how many are we at?
This cable here.
So we should talk about, because Chad had these out and we never got to talk
That's
about
okay.
them.
We
They're
got
so sweet.
we got a couple minutes. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So we
Is that
should
where we're
talk-
at?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at these.
All right. Got these years ago at clearance at a small little toy shop downtown Minneapolis. Sorry, I'm trying to put this transform together at the same time. And I saw them on clearance for like $5, $6, $7.
I've never seen the big
And it's a
versions of these.
Mezco, and I was like, they're Mezco, so they're definitely not going to go down in value. Well made. And that one that you're holding right there, Mark Seacamp, was the toy that they used for the Penny Hardaway, the little penny commercials for Sprite. Show 'em a motto. They just dressed them up differently and customized it.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah.
So that's pop culture history.
Yeah.
right
Was it
there.
year? Was that say 2009, Mark? Should be in
2002.
2002. So almost 20 years old. But you look at that, you'll recognize it right away. You're like, oh yeah, he's. And I think the voice was Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, or was
believe
he?
it
Wasn't
Chris
he
Rock
also
back then.
little
Little Penny.
Spike? Wasn't he like the mini Spike too, or no?
I
Spike
don't
Lee?
know. There's a few different versions of the fat cap.
is a great
There was about I think 4 or 5.
I've seen a lot of the fat, a lot more of the
These
fat
outta here,
caps
yeah.
than.
Oh.
But these are definitely cool. Like that's a trip down memory lane. As soon as we came across something, and you're like, "Oh, I got that!" So you pulled them out. Oh, we were looking at pictures that you had of the studio,
of
like
my
old school
Because
pictures.
Brandon was making the comment that I should have never sold my in the
Mint on card.
Mint on
Jesse
card. I had a mint on card. I'll show you the picture. Mint on card. Jesse Ventura,
LJN.
LJN. Yeah,
was telling you,
84
man.
sold
Yeah,
it for
84,
400.
in the.
Could have made double.
sold it for
doubled
4.
your money.
But I
Could've
sold
made
it
8.
like. I sold it like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
I
so
should've-
it would have equated. You probably would have gotten 6.
You
I should have
would've-
boxed
you
it.
don't know.
I should have boxed it up and kept it.
Really
Yeah.
quick, speaking of Jesse Ventura, I showed the wife Predator for the first time. She
Oh,
never seen
okay.
Predator. But she loves Jesse Ventura, but she had never
Oh, okay.
known young
She-
Jesse Ventura.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
okay.
She had never seen
Showing
Jesse
you new
Ventura
governor?
mowing down people with a machine gun.
Right
Nice.
in his prime.
Blew her mind. She was like, "That's Jesse. That's young Jesse. That's when Jesse was an ass kicker." It opened her eyes a little bit.
He did a lot for WWF and WWE.
did.
Oh, yeah,
he
he
put a
did.
lot. Minnesota, he put on the map wrestling wise
He was
a little bit.
He
you know.
was the first bad guy announcer.
And he was
Yeah.
a heel that you loved.
First heel announcer. Oops. Sorry.
He was like one of the first heels where you're like, I just love this guy. He's so funny. You know, he was like, he wrestled the high flyers by himself.
Did he really?
He totally
I'm not
did.
surprised. It's
You
Jesse
know.
Ventura.
Why not? It's Jesse. The
Which is
Body.
kind of messed up because they wouldn't let Hulk Hogan wrestle Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis. He had to get a tag team partner. Give you $1 if you know who you got.
Jerry Blackwell.
Beef kick.
Nope. Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I
and they were
thought-
showing him training. It was around when Rocky
Oh
3
yeah,
was
they were
coming out.
okay. I thought wait, Hulk had it. Yeah, you're right. I knew that because I watched the video like a year ago, and they were like, "Oh, we're in Bloomington, Minnesota."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
at his apartment that Hulk had. He was like waking up at 5 in the morning.
Yep,
like,
drinking
"All right, we're on
eggs, running the beach.
Really quick show of hands.
train." And they have a photo. of
Who
them
saw
going
No
like this.
Holds Barred at the theater?
I did not. I don't think I'm old enough.
I was tiny Zeus Lester fan, so that's one of the main reasons why I went.
I didn't see it at the theater.
Remember the storyline after the movie?
With him and
Kinda.
Hogan.
It wasn't. It didn't go for long.
No.
but it was kind of
Tiny
cool.
It was like a
Nah,
pay-per-view. It led up to a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And he was
went from that-
unstoppable.
Yeah.
He was a big dude.
He was.
Hey, Debo.
This
Hey,
is
Debo.
before Debo.
Yeah,
This is before pre-Debo.
I know, it's like
pre-Debo.
10 years
He
before
was kind
Debo.
of scary back
He
then.
made a really good career
He was scary
for
as Debo.
himself.
He did.
But
He was scary as a wrestler.
As
Yeah.
Zeus, he was a
scary.
beast. He was man. Hope
should
was
watch
our
that.
only hope
We should
back
watch
in the
that.
day.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
found out real quick before I know we got to wrap up, but real quick, do you know what I found out that's public domain movie that we could all sit and watch right now and review it and nobody could say boo about it?
What's that?
Boy in the Plastic Bubble with
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't want Scientology on my butt.
It's public frickin' domain.
So wait a second. We could literally
Show
air
it,
that,
watch it.
sit back, drink beers, and just roast the hell out of it.
I like the way you think. I'd like to subscribe to your
Hey,
newsletter.
Sandy.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Alright.
We could
I
do
want
that.
in on that episode.
Absolutely.
All
has
right.
to happen.
Yes.
All right.
So,
That's it, right?
no, well, you guys want to hear when the next swap is?
No,
Yes.
When is the next one?
Yes,
April
No.
19th.
because it's too far away.
Oh,
Whatever,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
it is.
April
It's like
19th.
over a month and away and stuff.
I'm
It
going to give a
is.
heads up every time. That's what I got to do, man.
Gotta give a heads
April
up. Next one.
19th gives me plenty
9
of time
a.m. to 3
save.
To
p.m.
make room for your new stuff.
Bloomington
No, I've already
VFW.
made deals for that one. I'm not saving any money.
I'm not surprised.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
All
To
right.
stop it. All right, the posse is
Wait,
never
VFW? Wait, not
nonstop.
VFW. Bloomington Event Center?
Bloomington
I'll be the
VFW.
VFW.
I'll be the
Oh,
holler
at
at you for some
VFW.
pre-swap sales
VFW,
before you
100,
you-
100 tables at the Bloomington VFW.
Okay, look for the helicopter by the Cub.
Yep.
All right, peace out, posse.
All right, guys. Peace. Oh.